Hi everybody, and welcome back to Plastic Models by Regular Dude and part 3 of my entrant into the Panzerjäger / Tank Hunter group build, sponsored by Marcus at Scale Bench and Joachim at Yorama Modelbau. Alright, so what am I working on here? First of all, this is the Dragon StuG 3 Ausf early production. Supposed to represent the vehicle, one of the vehicles driven by or commanded by Georg Bose. So in the last video, or the last update, whatever you want to call it, I pretty much did all of the assembly, all of the work on the kit. I talked a little bit about what I had to do for some of the things, and I left off with the kit and primer. And in case you're interested, the primer I used was Ammo by MiG one-shot primer, brown oxide, which is pretty much, or which is the same thing as Stynylrez, Res, just rebottled for Ammo by MiG. So what I did is I got all of my parts onto toothpicks, i.e. or aka cocktail sticks, depending on where you are in the world, and got all the wheels sprayed, idlers, drive sprockets, and then the whole kit, and I sprayed it all with Tamiya XF60 dark yellow. Now I have been using the new Tamiya lighter shade of dark yellow, I think it's called dark yellow 2 or something like that, which is XF88, but I was out, so I used this. There's a little bit of difference in color. The other is supposed to be a little more accurate. It's a little bit lighter, but this here is basically just serving as a base for a winter whitewash camouflage scheme, so didn't really matter. So I got it all painted up, top and bottom, and if it looks kind of shiny, that's because I put a gloss coat on it of the Model Master Acryl gloss clear. And the reason I did that is because what I want to do is to help accentuate the detail, is I want to do a pin wash over the whole vehicle, and I might even do a filter of some kind, not sure, to highlight all the detail on here before I do the whitewash. And then once I do the whitewash, I'll do more washes and stuff like that. But I just want to bring out a lot of the detail, and I think it'll help by doing that before I do the whitewash. Also, I used the gloss because I want to try. I'm going to be using the hairspray technique for chipping up and wearing down the whitewash, and I'm using this hairspray right here, Tresemme Extra Firm Control. I mean, I don't know if it really matters. I know some people may have certain recommendations for hairspray. I don't know if it really matters. I've had good luck with that, though. It was a cheap bottle I found at the store. I thought I'd try it, and it's worked pretty good. But I want to try it on top of a gloss and see if see how it works on a gloss as opposed to just a flat finish. Kind of an experiment, so to speak. The only thing I need to do before I get too far along is I need to paint these the rubber portions on the return rollers. I haven't done it yet because I sprayed these, but I'm going to have to brush paint these. So I'm going to get working on that, get that done, and then I can start working on the pin wash. And I might even add the decals before I do the wash, because the decals, according to the instructions, they were kind of in place on the, some of them were in place on the vehicle before the whitewash was added. For example, the Balkenkreuz and stuff like that. But it looks like whatever Lieben was added after, but I'll decide that when I get to it. But for now, I'm going to start painting those wheels. Alright, so I got a wash put on the whole thing, and I used brown because I didn't want it to be too stark. And then I gave it a shot, the whole thing, of hairspray, so I can do the hairspray chipping technique. So over this, I'm going to be using Tamiya XF2 flat white, and so I can put the camouflage on it and then erase it all off. And I'm going to be somewhat careful. I'm going to get some, you know, down in here, I'm sure, because according to the instructions, there was some whitewash inside of here, and then on the wheels, mainly the drive sprockets and idlers. But I'll take a look at the instructions just to make sure that I get it applied properly. Okay, so I've got my hairspray on. Now I need to mix up some white paint so I can spray the camouflage. So I got me some paint mixed up here, so now I can start painting the whitewash. So I think I'll start with the wheels. And here's what I ended up with. So all I need to do now, I need to peel these masks off, and then I can start doing some scrubbing of paint off to make it look chipped and worn. All right, here's where it sits. So I put the camouflage, the whitewash on it, the white winter camouflage, and I chipped all that up. Then I went through and using eptilum 502 dark mud, I did a pin wash around the details. So the next thing I want to do before I get going too much further with weathering is I need to paint the cables, tools, jack block, all that kind of stuff. So I need to paint the details. So I'm going to get cracking on that. And then once I get done with that, then I can start on some weathering. All right, I've got the details painted up, the tools, block, cables. So now I can start doing some weathering. So I'm going to start down here underneath and start. I want to start with some pigments. So I want to put some pigments. I want to create kind of like a, not a big goopy muddy effect, but you know, just some mud. Just make it look like a little bit of buildup. I don't want it real nasty looking, but I'm going to start working on that all around the outside edges. But I think first I'm going to do my exhaust here, finish those up. All right, so I've got the tracks painted and a wash of dark eptilum 502 dark rust on it. I put the wheels and everything. I've done some oil work on the paint. I used dark mud and light mud. Just did a dot filter, put dots all over it, smeared it around, got it all kind of dirty. So while this stuff is drying here, the rust wash, I'm going to let it sit for a bit. So I'm going to end this video here, and next time I come back, I will be doing some more weathering on the tracks and on the vehicle, and I should be able to wrap it up, I think, in the next video. So that's it for now on Plastic Models by a Regular Dude, and part 3 of the Panzerjäger / Tank Hunter group build. So until next time, I will see you all later.